Across the country, we are starting to see more petitions to recall school board members after some parents began taking note during virtual learning what their kids were being taught in schools. Loudoun County, Virginia, just one, where thousands of signatures have already been collected to recall 6 board members. Ian Pryor and his organization, Fight for Schools, is helping to lead the charge with the recall petition. Ian, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on the National Desk.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So where does that recall stand today, and what do you think the likelihood is that a recall will happen?
Well, we've been collecting signatures for about 2 months or so, and we've got close to 12,000 signatures out of a total needed of 17,000. So we're definitely going to get the process done. We have 6 school board members. Ultimately, in Virginia, this needs to go to a court. So once we get the required number of signatures, then we'll file in court, and we expect to be there certainly right around Labor Day, I think, with our first case.
What has the school board, what has their response been to the possibility of a recall thus far?
For the most part, they haven't really addressed it. I think a couple of the school board members have been a little more aggressive on social media. I think they're probably feeling the pressure of, going door to door in their neighborhoods, collecting signatures and understanding that, we are going to move forward with this and, we are not kidding around.
What precedent would such a large-scale recall effort mean for other school boards across the country, do you think?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know that anything's been tried like this where we're actually going after 6 school board members as opposed to, 1 or 2. And I think what this would show is that, parents can take back their school boards. Parents do have the option when, you don't have an election for 2 years. There are, means in the law. There are ways to go out there and show that, the majority of the community is not approving what the school board is doing, and you can take action.
Well, according to one election tracking website, we saw 54 different school boards having elections this year. What do you think spurring all these recalls? What's made parents so upset?
Well, I think it's pretty clear during the pandemic, the parents had an opportunity to peek behind the curtain and see what was going on in their schools. And ultimately, what's happening is, they don't want to call it critical race theory. Other people do want to call it critical race theory. It's anti-liberalism. It's anti-meritocracy. It's anti-equal opportunity for all. That's what's happening in the schools, and it is anti-American. And I think parents are really fed up with it.
And can you give me some examples of what you witnessed with your own children? And also, what do you say to those parents who might support that kind of teaching in schools, those parents who might support critical race theory?
Sure. Well, I went on my daughter's Chromebook. She's 5 years old. I was able to easily access a BLM propaganda video. My other daughter, I saw a video that she learned, which, she's in 2nd grade, and it talked about how Christopher Columbus committed genocide and enslaved people, and, Christianity and colonists were, trying to force religion on the Native community. Inappropriate for a 2nd grader. I'm sorry. There's just not, how you teach history when you're dealing with 7-year-olds. As far as, people that support it, I would say that, look at these teacher trainings, look at what they're teaching your kids. Is this really the way that, you want them to be brought up, where the history of the country is viewed solely through a negative lens, and it ignores all the stories of heroism, of standing up in, against seemingly insurmountable odds and actually, achieving justice and victory over things that, really are important to prove.
And, you've been extremely active when it comes to issues happening in Loudoun County, Virginia. Have you considered a run for school board?
Yeah, I think I'm more of a change agent. I think there's certainly people in the community, and I think they know who they are if they're watching this, that I think would be fantastic school board members that are really detail oriented, that know how the process works. So, certainly if when we're successful with this removal, I look forward to supporting some of those individuals in the community that I think will be fantastic school board members.
All right. Ian Pryor with fightforschools.org. We appreciate you joining us this morning here on the National Desk. Have a great week.
Thank you.